I'm Christian Ackerman here on the show, AcksFlicks. Thank you for watching. So I'm here to kind of fill in the gaps. Hopefully, I'm going to do my best, and I'm going to get right to the point. So you finished your film, you've made it, it's on a DVD or it's ready to go, and you want to share it to everybody. Plus you want it available for people while you're working on your next film, so you don't have to really deal with it. And you want to like put it out there so people can get it, reach it, look at it, watch it, and you can just say, go here, and they'll take care of you. Or do this, and you'll get a copy of the film. So then you can go off and do your next movie and not be busy with trying to make more copies for your friends, your family, and the people interested in watching your movie. And this is a great way of doing self-distribution. That's what this is, self-distribution. So after you've done all the things of getting your movie done, and you've made the DVD, or you've finished the film, it's done, and it's on a DVD, you made it through some cheesy thing like, I don't know, iDVD. Now this place is ran through Amazon. It is Amazon. It's like I guess you can call it a sister company or a company through Amazon that provides this distribution for you. And it's not just for films. I use it as a filmmaker to get my stuff out there, and it's a great thing because it legitimizes what you're doing. It puts your film out there, and it makes it professionally available to people out there on the market, and it's really cool. It's a cool way of doing that. It's a bonus, and it's awesome, and it's great. So anyways, this is where you go. You go to createspace.com. Again, that's createspace.com. You books, music, film, and they even have free publishing resources, and it's a really awesome site. You go on there, you make your movie, you do all the login, and then before you know it, and there's all my films right there. Bam! There's all my movies. Ready to, you can rent, buy them. That's all the video on demand stuff. And I do all the artwork. They have templates on there where you can do all the artwork, and they help you with that. And you can see it's all, there's also DVDs available, and you do all the pricing. And you can choose to do a DVD or video on demand as well, which is really nice. So you can go to the site createspace.com, and they put your stuff on Amazon. They put it right there on Amazon. It takes about 10 days for your stuff to get on Amazon, 10 days to get out there, 10 business days, and then your stuff's available to the public after you've approved it. Basically what they let you do is you upload your artwork, but you have to send a physical DVD. So you send a physical DVD, and the DVD could just look like, you know, like one of these things with just a permanent marker written on it. Put it in a paper case or whatever, regular jewel case, DVD case, and you can send that off to them, and then upload your artwork after you've sent that off through the post office. And once you've done that, then they tell you when they're ready. They got your actual physical DVD, and they've put together your DVD for you, and they let you know, okay, it's done. Now you can request a proof. So then you request a proof, and you do have to pay, of course, to send it off to them through the post office, and you have to pay for the proof, and it's basically the same price as shipping. That's all it is. It's going to be like $5. Basically what you'll be spending, maybe a little more depending. I don't know. Sometimes it might be, don't quote me on prices, but it's not that much. It's not going to cost you like an arm and a leg. You do this one time. If you do everything right, you do this one time. There could be, you might have to send out, I've had it happen once where I had to send out again because I made a mistake. So, but that's just how it is. And they're really good at contacting you back if you have questions or anything like that. Especially if you use their help desk, they're really good at getting back to you. Like if I'm mad about something and you get frustrated and you're like, why isn't it here yet? And you email them, they're so nice. Well, sir, this is what happened. I don't know if they talk like that, but they're very helpful with you, very professional. And they treat you like every big kahuna out there. They treat you like a filmmaker, an artist. They treat you like you're the thing, you're legit. Anyway, so you get your proof back, and I'll just use this as an example. So you get your proof back, and you're like, okay, I got my movie now, and you look at it, And you're like, oh, cool. And you look at the face print because it does all the face print stuff for it. And they make an actual stamped DVD for you. So now once you're like, oh, cool, my movie looks amazing, then you click the approve button, and then they'll make it available to the world. And it's awesome. And then your friends don't have to bug you, and family members and other people, fans that want your copies of your movie. You don't have to keep on wasting money and time. They'll do it for you, and then your friends can just pay for, basically they're just paying for the disc itself and the movie, and they get a really nice movie, like professionally made. Or you can just give them your, burnt DVD copy with the Sharpie marker eraser thingy on. Yeah, I don't know what I just said. But anyways, yeah, you can give them that. Or they can go online and get your good movie. So yeah, it's a cool site. It's called createspace.com. Check it out. Okay, now a movie. A movie I want everybody to check out is a really cool movie. I'm using IMDb to show you Monsters. Came out in 2010. Let me get it down so you guys can see it. And it was just made with a handful of people. Really cool movie. It's really good special effects. I mean, it looks like a huge budget movie, or a really like a movie with a full crew and all that kind of stuff. He literally made it by himself with a few friends, and just in his apartment. That was his studio. Well, check out that movie, Monsters by Gareth Edwards. A really cool film. You can look it up on IMDb, which I was showing you just now. And again, for all you filmmakers out there, check out createspace.com. It's a great way to get your films distributed on your own, and you keep the royalties, you keep everything, the rights, everything. It's a really awesome site. So check it out. Thanks for watching AcksFlicks. Hi, you're watching AcksFlicks, and I'm your host, Christian Ackerman. Today we're going to be talking about a free tool online available to you to use in your screenwriting. And then we're going to be talking about a movie at the end of the show that I would suggest you guys go and watch if you haven't seen it yet. This tool is called Celtx, or Celtx. It's C-E-L-T-X, Celtx, C-E-L-T-X, celtx.com. You go there and you can download this free, either on a PC or a Mac. It's awesome. So this is the tool that works great. So if you're working on your spiral notebook or your little notepad, napkin, whatever, this is a great way to adapt from your napkin, from your spiral notebook to this program to write your screenplay. And so let's take a look at it. Anyways, I got it right here, and it has a lot of awesome options. You can, as you can see here, you can do film, audio-visual, theater, audio play, storyboard, comic book, novel, and it also has over here to the right of the window, of the startup window, it has templates that you can use to help you, and you can look at original works that were made in these formats of film, audio, visual, theater, and novel, and so on. And so I'm going to open up the Wonderful Wizard of Oz film so you can kind of see how this program looks, where you can create notes, and there's little side notes here. It has all these tools. You can print it. You can also click type save set PDF down here, and then you can get the full look of the script, what's going to look like before you print it. It's really awesome, and this is the way to save it. You would save the PDF, and then you can share it to your friends or your other actors or directors or producers or whatnot. It's a really cool tool. I mean, it's a great thing to use. It's free online. Check it out. Again, go to celtx.com. It's a really cool, awesome thing. And here I'll kind of like show. Make like a little new project. I'm clicking film, and I'm just kind of showing you, and it walks you off. So it's telling me I need to do a scene heading. Scene heading is, it's either interior or exterior. So I'm going to do interior. We'll say the room, and then maybe night. I don't know. And then you click enter and or return, and then it says action. Actions. What's happening in that room? Rainy outside, and light in with Bill sitting at desk. There, and you hit enter, enter again. Now I want the scene heading, or you backspace and you hit tab, or oops, I'll undo. You hit enter, it still says action, but if you hit tab, change the character, and now I can put in Bill, hit enter, and now it knows dialogue. Bill says, I don't know what to do. So there's kind of like how it works. There's a little demo there for you. It's really, really cool. I mean, I love this program. It's so sweet. Sketching, make circles, add a camera. I want the camera shooting this way. You need the man there, the woman there. You turn them. And I'm showing you can plan out setups, tell where the camera is. So I can tell my actors this is, and this spot, it's going to be over here. You know, shining on this guy, and another flood over here. So yeah, it's a really, really cool program to use. And then I can print these out or attach them to the screenplay. It's really cool. It's great for students, great for independent filmmakers like myself. I use it all the time. I also use it professionally on commercials, and so it's a great, great tool. I would suggest go checking it out at Celtics.com, an independent filmmaker's best tool to have. I want to talk about Darkman. They just came out with recently a special edition Blu-ray with audio commentary, interviews, some vintage featurettes, and this movie is awesome. It's directed by Sam Raimi, and it's basically a rad, like almost like a comic book hero. Basically, it's like a Darker the Shadow, basically. Pretty much. That's what it kind of reminds me of, like The Shadow and Batman. It's a really cool movie. Definitely go watch this. Grab it, rent it, get some friends, put it in, watch this film. And for those out there who are already Darkman fans and already know this film, Darkman, there is a special edition Blu-ray out right now with a ton of extra features. Go check it out. Let me know, comment about it, and all that good stuff. Again, I'm Christian Ackerman, and thanks for watching AcksFlicks here at FastCodesProductions.com and MCAT Channel 7. You're watching AcksFlicks, and I'm your host, Christian Ackerman. And today we're going to be talking about free music for your movies. That's copyright-free music. Music you can use in your films with no problem. And I'm going to show you where you can get that, find it, listen to it, and play it. Also, we'll be talking about a movie at the end of the show. Let's get to it. All right, free music, right? You need music. You're making a movie, you're making a show like this, maybe a magazine show, or you're doing a documentary, a trailer, something. You need music for your film. And there's a cool site out there by a guy named, hopefully I'm pronouncing it right, by a guy named Kevin MacLeod, or MacLeod, or Kevin MacLeod, and it's called Incompetech. And let's just show you this site. And here's the free royalty-free music, and it has the genres. You can click, and then it has all those music associated with that genre. I clicked soundtrack, and you can hit play. It should play in a moment here. then you can go down here, click. You just you can test them out before you download them. Let's see, it should play. There it is. This is called Lost Frontier. And then if I like Lost Frontier, I can click download or download it, and then it immediately downloads it as an MP3 that I can use now in my movie. Or if I don't know, I needed something more like dark, I can go by feel. And I can pick a couple. I can go dark, driving, you know, pick a number of things, and then hit search, and then it'll try to find music associated with that. And here's Fun in a Bottle. That sounds kind of weird. Black Vortex, The Complex. And you have all these kind of, you know, songs. So I just clicked on The Complex. There you go. And then if I like that, I just hit download. You just play the next song that you want to hear. This one's called Hitman. And you click on play. Pretty awesome. And you can skip a little bit through the song just to see like how it sounds as it progresses. But there you go. There it is. It's called Incompetech royalty-free music right here. Legitimately, it's really free. Don't you hate it when you type in something on, you type in free music or free copyright music and it says it's free, but you have to purchase 50 bucks of the license. It's not free when they ask you to purchase money. It's not free. This guy's really making it available out there, and he's thinking because he's getting his name out there and he's getting tons of credits out there on IMDb. And I've seen his credit a few times on some legit movies actually out there, like on Netflix and stuff. So it's pretty cool. So check out that site. Let me know what you think too. This movie is awesome. It stars Weird Al Yankovic. It also has Michael Richards and Fran Drescher. Fran Drescher. I can't say her name right. But it also has a lot of, I don't know if you can see it, has a nice all-star cast. Oh, there's Michael Richards. Has Michael Richards. And it's a movie of spoofs. I mean, you got Rambo, Indiana Jones, and I remember as a kid, we go in this little video store, hole in the wall, in Encinitas, California, growing up with my dad, and we would try to find movies to watch, and I remember picking this one off the shelf and putting it in the VHS player, and it blew my mind, and it became my favorite movie. And this is a special edition out there that's available. It's like a two-sided disc. You flip one side and you get extra features, and it's cool. It's actually audio commentary by Weird Al and a lot of the cast members here, and it's just cool. And Victoria Jackson, who plays his girlfriend in it, you'll probably know her from SNL back in the day in the 80s. And yeah, the fun part of watching this movie is Weird Al cracking up Victoria Jackson. She's trying to she does things where she hides the face, and it's like the take, they had to take that take because it's the best take, and she's almost laughing her head off. So this movie is really funny. It's a really cool movie. Well, that concludes our show for the day. Thanks again for watching AcksFlicks. I'm your host, Christian Ackerman. Be sure to check out our website, fastcoastproductions.com, and our YouTube at youtube.com/fastcoastproductions, and check out mcat.org. This show is on MCAT Channel 7 and MCAT.org as well. You can watch us, tell your friends about us, comment, subscribe please, help us out, check us out, love movies. I'm still talking. Anyways, thank you for watching. Welcome to AcksFlicks, and I'm your host, Christian Ackerman. Today we're going to be talking about 2 sites of free stuff for you as a filmmaker that can help you enhance your movies, your documentaries, your interviews, your everything you make as a filmmaker. This will help you, these 2 sites, and we'll be talking about that and taking a look at those. Also, at the end of the show, I have a movie for you guys to talk about and watch. So here we go. Stay tuned. All right, so these 2 free sites. The first one we're going to talk about is going to help you with B-roll. They normally use this term in the business called anything that you cut to. You're doing something like I'm talking right now, and we cut away as I'm talking underneath the footage. It's B-roll or transitions, so that you use this for transitioning to one scene to another, or you can use this site can help you with establishing where your story is taking place, establishing where the characters are talking. Or it can help convey a point. If you're doing like a documentary, it can convey something, like if somebody's talking about bad weather or something like that, you can show this B-roll or these inserts from this site. Now, this first site we're going to look at is called stockfootageforfree.com. Again, that's stockfootageforfree.com, and let's take a look at it. All right, guys, so here's stockfootageforfree.com. Oops, stockfootageforfree.com, and what you do is you can log in with your Facebook, and right now I'm logged in with Facebook, which I would suggest they also you can log in their site themselves. But anyways, this is the site. You go here, you can go to free stock footage, and they have categories here of all kinds of things. It's pretty sweet. Slow motion, transportation, US cities and locations. Let's go ahead and look at that. And here's some footage they have right here. And you're like, oh wow, that's cool. And you can view the clip, preview the clip. We'll look at Seattle here. And then they have a little YouTube version. And don't worry, that the preview is going to be a little low quality, and it's going to show this little watermark. But, whoops, let's see a little advertisement there. But what it'll do is now, if you like that shot of Seattle, you just click download. And then there it goes. It's downloading right here. And they normally, too, they tell you right here, the format is high definition 1920 by 1080, and the frames, and it's a QuickTime photo, JPEG.mov, so it tells you the codec too. And then they have other cool shots and things you can use. But see, it's going to take a little while because it's full HD. It's not going to look like what you guys saw here with this. It's going to look even better than that. And then once you get that, you download it, put it into the movie, and all that kind of stuff. It's really cool. And this talks a little bit about them on the about. They talk about what you can do, what are the things you need to do with them, and basically all they want is a special thank you shout out to them. And see that about stock footage for free, 100% free stock video. It's 100%. Seriously, it's a really great deal. There's also another site that I believe is the same people, and it's called stockphotosforfree.com. Again, that's called stockphotosforfree.com. Let's check out this site, because I just want to get to the photos. And right here, you can search right here. And they even have categories and all that kind of stuff right here. Browse all free photos. Boom. You can look. Or you can search the photos. So right now, let's search robot. I don't know why I typed that in. It was the first thing I thought of. And oh my gosh, they have some weird stuff there. I have no idea. But hey, it works. Robotic technology. Look at that. We'll take a look at this. I'm like, sweet, I like it. I don't know what it is, but I like it. And you click download. Your download will start. And then right here, boom, click it. We're going to open it up. There's my robot photo that I downloaded for free. It's a pretty awesome site. You can also look, let's look at nature, which is pretty crazy. But there you go. There's all the nature photos. You could do, let's get a little crazier. Let's go crazier. Let's go city street. Let's see that one. Look at that. They have city streets. There you go. Bam. All the photos you can download. And you just click on them. They preview for you. It's pretty awesome site. Stockphotosforfree.com. Check that out. Isn't that pretty awesome? Pretty awesome, I think so. This site is really cool, and again, you give them credit. They have all their terms and everything. You can read all the detail. Some sites, be careful, because it links you to other sites that it's a little different. You might have to pay for them, or it might be non-commercial. You'd have to. There's like certain things you have to use the photo in a certain way or the footage. So just make sure you're still on the same site of stockfootageforfree.com or stockphotosforfree.com. Really great two sites that will help you out as a filmmaker. They're really cool. Big Trouble in Little China, a great movie to watch. It's fun, it's weird, directed by John Carpenter, starring Kurt Russell. But yeah, definitely check out, if you have it, Big Trouble in Little China. It's funny movie. It'll make you laugh too, and it has great action and great special effects too. Those awesome 80s special effects I'm talking about. I love those 80s special effects. I miss 80s special effects, and this has everything in it, and it's amazing. It's awesome. It's great. Okay, geez. Man, I guess I love Big Trouble in Little China. All right, guys, thanks for watching AcksFlicks, and I'm your host, Christian Ackerman. Be sure to check us out on MCAT Channel 7 or MCAT.org and FastCoastProductions.com. Thanks for watching. You're watching AcksFlicks, and I'm your host, Christian Ackerman, and today we're going to be talking about how to get on the Internet Movie Database, or as you know it as, the IMDb. Okay, so here what we're going to be talking about is how to get your movie registered, or you registered on IMDb. A friend of mine, Sean from Malevolent Films, asked me, hey, you should do an episode where you talk about this. And I just wanted to give them a shout out because they are filmmakers making movies right now. But let's go take a look at IMDb right now. And I'll kind of show you where you kind of go to get started. I'm not going to go through all the steps. This is very basic. So here we are. And the idea is you have to become a pro or a resume member. But let's go to you can log in with Facebook. I am a member, so I log in with my IMDb membership. But you can do this. I've never tried these ways, but I've always done it this way. But this is where, just to show you when you go to imdb.com, go up here to login. When you hover over the login, click register, and then you can pick, how to do it. You do all this here. Then you click register again, and it's just going to walk you through. And then it's going to ask you if you want to go into the IMDb resume. So here we'll go. So here's the IMDb. Well, they have Pro, but you can just have a resume. And here's all the prices right here. Then once you've done that, you can log in. You log in now. So here's all our things. And see all my friends, so you notice mine has a picture right now, which I should change. And all of these guys, they don't, is because they've been registered by either other people, other directors of other films they've been on, or they've been registered by myself. And they have to go in and make their own, they have to register themselves to IMDb, and then they can start adding pictures. The only time you can add pictures is when you're a paid member. So you have to be a paid member, and that's how you become part of IMDb. It's really simple. And now if your movie is, I'll use this as an example, if your movie is being distributed through CreateSpace or is on Amazon for video on video on demand, and your movie, you've done the self-distribution like I showed you guys in the last previous episode, or my first episode of how to get do self-distribution through CreateSpace. Once you're on video on demand, IMDb takes the picture from Amazon and they link people so you can go and watch that movie right away, and it's really cool. And so that's another. I didn't add this poster. That actually, you want to add a picture to your movie page, it costs money to do that. But if you're already on Amazon Video on Demand, they just add it on, which is really sweet. But to register a new page, once you become a member, you can actually go to. We'll go back to imdb.com. Takes a moment. And then we go to, you can go to the help desk, go to help, and then right here, how do I add a new title? Click on that. It walks you through a step. new title submission form, you go there, and then you read all the fine guidelines, and it gives you all the heads up, a lot of stuff, and then you're ready to go. You go here and go time to add your new title. Bam, you click on that, and you go to business. And then when you're done, your title will be up right before you know it. Bam, there it is. So yeah, so that's basically all you need to do. And then it does take time. It takes a little while. Sometimes it could take 10 days. Sometimes it could take a month for something to go through. And if you haven't heard anything, sometimes they're really good. They'll get back to you and say, sorry, and unfortunately we can't register your film, or unfortunately we can't register your short film, and they kind of give you an explanation. And but that doesn't mean don't stop. You don't stop at no. You just keep trying, keep being persistent, and you just keep re-registering until they pick it up. It just takes time. And so, but the two key things is being a member, like register yourself for a member, and I would say it really helps when you're a member to be at least a resume member. And then the second thing is to have your film somehow distributed. If your film's distributed through like CreateSpace, that's a really good thing, or Open Film, it works. And if you have a friend who's willing, who already has an IMDb page, or he has access to it, sometimes you can request them, hey, can you add my movie? And it doesn't mean like it might not even happen, even though your friend has access. If they register your movie and try to get it on IMDb for you, it's still IMDb can turn it away and turn it down. So it's kind of like give and take. You kind of have to just try when you can, and you can, hopefully you'll succeed. There's a really cool movie out there. It's so awesome. It's a movie that makes me smile. It's called Manborg, a movie that's made to look like a 80s action sci-fi film, and it's a comedy. It's like a spoof, and they're kind of spoofing the old 80s movie Eliminators, Terminator 2, Mortal Kombat, and some anime, and like Mad Max, you know, the apocalyptic sci-fi movies. And so they take all those movies, put it in a blender, and they take comedy and put that in there and spoof, and it's awesome. When I stuck this DVD in, and I actually bought this DVD before even seeing it, and I just saw the trailer, and I'm like, I'm buying that movie, I don't even care, I love this movie just based off the trailer. And so I bought the movie, went home, watched it, and I was just smiling from, you know, just the whole time. It was like I was laughing my head off. The comedy is awesome. And two, you stay tuned until, like back in the days, like the VHS days, when you would take a movie and it was a special edition VHS and you would stick it in that VCR and they would say, stay tuned after the feature for upcoming new films from this production company. You would do that. You would stay after, or they would sometimes have a interview or something like that. Well, this movie does that. They do exactly that. So you stick the DVD in, you hit play, and it starts up just like you're watching an old VHS movie, and then they do that whole thing like, stay tuned after the feature for more to come from AcksFlicks or whatever. And so they do that, and then you stay after all the credits run, and they have a thing for BioCop that is awesome. And then I listened to the audio commentary because I love this movie so much. I've been watching all the extra features and all this kind of stuff. But I watched the audio commentary, and they said now, because the little short, fake, long trailer, kind of like how Grindhouse did with Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino, they made these fake trailers for the Grindhouse pictures. They're actually going to turn it into a real film. So check it out, Manborg. Awesome movie. I totally suggest watching it with friends, especially if you're into those old 80s movies. You watch an 80s movie every once in a while, especially the sci-fi. You're going to love this movie. It's awesome. Well, thanks, Sean. Malevolent Films on Facebook. Check it out. And this has been an episode of AcksFlicks with Christian Ackerman. Blah. You're watching AcksFlicks, and my name's Christian Ackerman, and today I'm going to show you how to make a real Back to the Future 2 hoverboard. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to show you how to make a real Back to the Future 2 hoverboard. Since the whole controversy with the Funny or Die hover video with Christopher Lloyd, Tony Hawk, and a bunch of other people has hit the web, the social media. People have been talking about this video, and I thought, wow, I was just going to do a video about the hoverboard since it was in my last episode where it was just behind me on display when I talked about Big Trouble in Little China. But anyways, this episode I'm just going to show you how I made a real Back to the Future hoverboard. And why I made this was I was visiting my family in California, and I decided, hey, I'm a Back to the Future fan of like the whole movies, especially Back to the Future 2. I want to go to one of the film locations. I've been to the clock tower and all that, but I've never been to the actual film location where they shot the scene of Marty's home, Marty McFly. And so we went to LA and found the location, found the house, found the actual location, and I took a picture. It was a photo op, and I took some video, and I took a picture with this hoverboard and my sports almanac that I made, and I made this just for that little photo op, so it wasn't just me like standing hello in front of the house, this like empty house that doesn't look like anything, and just nobody would really know unless you're a geek like me with Back to the Future stuff. Anyway, so I decided I'm going to make myself a Back to the Future hoverboard to pose with at this film location. So yeah, because I'm weird and I wanted to do that, and I'm a tourist. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm going to show you what you need to make this, and there's a bunch of ways how to make these hoverboards, but I'm going to show you the way I made this hoverboard. These are the items that you need, and this is how you make it. I don't know why I'm talking like that. First, you're going to need a permanent marker, some scissors or cutting utensils, some tape. It doesn't need to be blue, it could be any color. Cardboard, you need some cardboard. You need to be able to print something off, a color printer, something that can print out color stuff. So you'll need paper to put in the printer to print out color stuff. And then I printed a bunch of these out so I can cut up and then place on the cardboard. And then you're going to need a hot glue gun or some kind of gluing utensil. So hot glue gun, yeah, and some mustard. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your nice size piece of cardboard, you know, cut it. You're going to cut it out. You're going to cut. You're going to cut it. You're going to cut it. Once you've cut your piece of your cardboard, you're going to then tape them on just to kind of hold it in place. You're going to glue the pieces on, okay? Online, I found a picture of the front part of the hoverboard and the back side of the hoverboard. And then what I did is, after cutting these pieces out and piecing my pieces of paper, now you can see there's a layer right here. Look at my arrow pointing to the layer. See me? There's a layer here. So this is a separate layer. These pieces are separate layers, but it's all paper and cardboard. Okay? And then this is two pieces of cardboard sandwiched together. So I sandwiched, and then I used the hot glue gun to glue them together. And then I just cut the pieces with a scissor and taped them to hold them in place, and then I did the rest with hot glue gun. And then each a separate piece of cardboard cut, and that's where the hot glue gun. Now you're wondering, where does the mustard come in? Now what you do with the mustard, you just put a little dab in your mouth. Two is I used the Sharpie to kind of mark out or clean up areas. So there it is. It's real hoverboard, a real life Mattel hoverboard that I have for my photo op, and I stood there and I was like, that's how you make a real Back to the Future 2 hoverboard. Real hoverboard. Whoa! Blech.